Looking at the steering wheel here, we've got a couple different options. So the bottom here is going to be your cruise control. So in order to turn cruise control on, you're simply going to press the on button. When you get to the speed that you'd like, you're going to press the set button here, and you're set to go. You want to turn cruise control off, either brake or press the off button there. You can also cancel the cruise control setting that you've currently got. Off to the right-hand side of the steering wheel here, we've got our selector buttons here. So if we're listening to the radio, this is going to allow us to change between our presets, or we can answer a phone call, or we can hang up on a phone call, turn the volume up or down, or we can use the voice control button. Moving back out to this side of the vehicle here, we've got our back button, our settings button, up, down, and OK. So let's see where that comes into play here. Let's just move up a tiny little bit. Perfect, and we're going to press the OK button here, which is going to get rid of some things. There we go. Okay, now moving up and down. So that's going to give us some different settings here. There we go. Now, in order to be able to actually get into a settings menu, we're going to press this button here. There we go, and we've got some generic information. We've got display, driver assistance. The driver assistance one is an interesting one. Let's take a quick peek at that for a second. Let me just shut this door here as well. There we go. All right, so the driver assistance. So we've got the blind spot setting here. So where the blind spot setting comes into play, let's just move this up and over. So if we take a look, let's just roll this window down. So right on the windshield, or right on the side view mirror here, I should say. So we've got a little indicator light. That's going to let us know if anybody's entered the blind spot on either side of the vehicle here. Cross traffic alert. If we're backing up and we don't recognize that there's a vehicle there, we will get an audible warning on the dash here letting us know. The rear parking aid is the beeping that we get as we approach an obstacle as we're reversing. Pressing the, there we go, and there we go. Pressing the back button now is going to take us back a screen. We've got some generic vehicle settings here. So that's going to be your auto engine off. That's the one that's going to kill the power to the engine. So that's the auto engine start stop. Chimes are going to be the chimes that we get as we get into the vehicle. Vehicle lighting here, auto lamp delay. So when we stop the vehicle, when we lock it, I should say, these lights are going to stay on for 20 seconds, or we can choose to change that here. Going back and back again, we've got locks. Locks, we can do auto unlock, relock as well, and that's when we're walking away from the vehicle. Scrolling down, we've got remote start settings here. So if the system is activated, what happens when the remote start system happens? So the system's on, the climate control is enabled, seats and wheel. Now, this is something that you do need to make sure that the vehicle is equipped with the remote start features. It is available as a dealer added accessory. And then when we get to the wipers here. So wipers, you've got the ability for a courtesy wipe, rain sensing wiper, or the reverse wiper as well. And that's when the vehicle starts up. So courtesy wipe, I don't recommend turning that one on. Reverse wiper, there's no point in having that one going as well when the vehicle starts. Rain sensing, very important because you don't have to worry about fiddling with the wiper settings here. You just turn them on and it'll automatically adjust them as we go. And just jump back out here and back out again. And last one is going to be Mikey. The Mikey allows you to set certain settings for the vehicle, and that's going to be things like the vehicle won't drive unless the seatbelt's on, the radio won't turn on past a certain volume, or if you want to have the speed limited to a certain amount as well too. When we get to a couple of the side sticks here, so we've got the one on the left hand side, and this is going to be our traditional. There we go. So blinker lights here. Let's see if we can see these things going here. There we go. All right, so we've got our left versus right blinker here. Off to the other side. Let's have a look at this other stick here. On the very end, we've got the control for the rear wipers. So if we turn that on, that's going to actually turn the rear wiper on versus off there. This is going to control the intensity of the actual amount that comes out on the windshield as we use the windshield wiper fluid for the front and the back here. And then to turn the windshield wipers on, just going to go up versus down. Single white down. All right, here we go. And the last thing that I'm going to point out on this screen here, so, is on the trip one. Now, in order to be able to reset these settings here, what we're going to do is take a look at the... There we go, the buttons here. So we've got the OK button. All we're going to do is press and hold OK. And then there we go. That resets all the trip values for us. Pretty straightforward and pretty simple.